Hey guys, All in Crypto here, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. This is going to be a big one, guys. This was not the video that I had planned. I was going to talk specifically about Cardano's price and where I see it going to. We are going to have to postpone that video that I was going to do because we are getting some absolutely huge and breaking, this is fresh news, ladies and gentlemen, from the Cardano Summit 2022. We're going to start off by playing this clip on a discussion or about a discussion about DeFi, because we got some huge news involving Indigo protocol, and they are officially launching a stablecoin through their protocol in the coming hours that is going to be live on Cardano today, ladies and gentlemen, on mainnet. So we're going to be covering this. We also have some massive news from Djed or Djed that is essentially forecasting that Djed is going to launch and Djed Pay in January. This is absolutely huge, and you really want to pay attention to DeFi Llama, and you really want to watch to see. I'm going to predict. You guys know my stance on the price. We're not bullish here, even though we've got all this bullish news. It's bullish for Cardano fundamentally. The price is dancing to a different tune, which we talk about every single day on this channel in our daily cryptocurrency market updates. You guys want to watch those, by the way. I know many of you just tune in for my ADA videos. Please watch those daily updates, guys. Go and watch the one that we released today, because you will become far better market analyzers through watching those videos than 99% of the vest-wearing YouTubers out there. Okay? So keep an eye on this, guys. I will predict that I think there's going to be a rise in the total value locked in Cardano. If I have somewhere in ADA where I can peg myself to a stable coin, and still have Cardano exposure, maybe farm with it or do something. And this isn't a call to go and swap and start using iUSD, but I think people will go for that. And I think we're going to see a rise in Cardano's DeFi ecosystem. But let's just start off with this absolutely huge news, guys. Then we will dive into the price. What's happening with the price today was all predicted by myself. The last ADA video that we did and the one prior to that, we were talking, and why I wanted to do a video today specifically on the price was to essentially let people know where I think it's going. Because we reported two absolutely massive pieces of news from the Cardano Scotfest, and people said, okay, well, why isn't the price reacting? You've got to understand that price is different and dances to a different tune than the fundamentals. Price is dictated essentially by what's trading back and forth on that day, not the staked Cardano holders. Mentioning a stake pool, guys, I'll cover my stake pool in a bit. I just want to get onto this news and then we will swiftly move on because it's been a huge day for announcements. I'm actually missing a lot of the announcements out, but I want to focus on two that really stood out to me today. So let's go ahead and play this clip where the official announcement from Indigo Protocol and them launching their iUSD today was revealed.
But to start off with, I'm going to pass over to James to introduce himself and to share a very exciting announcement.
Yeah, so I'm James. I'm the business development manager at Indigo Protocol, and we are on mainnet today. It's kind of a coincidence that it happened the same day as the summit, so they were kind enough to let me kind of take the floor here and announce that. So I'll just talk really quickly about I don't know where to start. It's been a whirlwind. I mean, we've been building for 18 months now. I've been on the team for a year, and it's just been go, 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 try to make this happen. And, you know, this week, actually, the rocket will launch at 3 o'clock UTC. So that's just this afternoon.
Today, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to have a Cardano native stablecoin through Indigo Protocol today. That's why I'm saying watch DeFi Llama. Watch your dexes for the pools that are going to open up involving iUSD. It's going to offer greater farming opportunities, which is why, even though the price is going down, I'm predicting a rise in DeFi total value locked on Cardano. Let's go ahead and play a little bit more, and then we'll move on to the next news. We've got quite a bit to get to, and then I'll cover the price briefly at the end of the video and also give my stake pool a shout out.
It's just a couple hours, so yeah, it's finally going to happen. It's been a whirlwind this week, trying to just all the logistics of getting this thing going. But we're super excited. We're super proud of it. So let me describe really quickly what Indigo is. It's a platform for creating synthetic assets. You can create stablecoins, crypto synths, indexes, things of this nature. And the idea is that you are able to create, you're able to bring the real world onto the blockchain. Like our hashtag on Twitter is tokenize everything. And that's kind of our mission, is to bring the real world assets, the real world onto the blockchain to give equal opportunity and to financial opportunities to everyone in the world. The way we do this is by creating a synth of them. So I will just explain that really quickly in the most simple way I know how. When you have things on the blockchain, you can wrap them and bring them onto another blockchain. But when there's stuff in the real world, how do you bring it over? You can't wrap the real world and bring it on. So the way you do that is you create synthetic representations, over-collateralized synthetic representations of these assets, and you can create a synth of it that is essentially tracks the price of the real world.
And you can do this through oracles and other such things. Guys, this is huge. And this is the way blockchain is going, okay? You are going to have real world, whether it be tokenized housing, real estate, whatever it is, moved over to the blockchain. And this is just the start of it, and the start of it really within the Cardano ecosystem. This is absolutely huge news, ladies and gentlemen. Not only is it huge for the ecosystem because we are officially getting a native stablecoin that is backed by US dollars, over collateralized, but we are also getting really starting to see the first synthetic protocol, which is going to have big use cases on the Cardano blockchain. And this was just one. I don't want to play too much of this. I'll leave a link to this in the description, guys. Absolutely huge. Shout out to one of my community members for actually letting me on to this. I had missed it, but this is absolutely fantastic, guys. It just keeps getting better and better. This is a big month for Cardano, despite the price doing what it's doing. But we'll talk about that towards the end of the video. The next bit of big news, ladies and gentlemen, was, of course, we had Djed's CEO, or Coti's CEO, so Coti are the company that's tasked with designing Djed, essentially come out and say, do we want stablecoins on Cardano? Asked just before introducing Djed, a new stablecoin coming to Cardano ecosystem in January 2023. So we also have USDA coming out, which is a fiat backed like a Tether. This is going to be a algorithmically backed stablecoin. So we're going to have the best of both worlds. Like I say, I'm really predicting that you're going to see a huge jump up actually in regards to DeFi Llama on the back end of all this. Fantastic news. They then go on to say, I am also happy to announce Djed Pay, a mobile phone app that will allow anyone to receive Djed as a form of payment. This is huge because even for me, stablecoins are huge being in the UK. It allows me access to international markets and to the dollar markets. This is all part of mass adoption, ladies and gentlemen. What we are seeing, tokenized assets in the form of synthetics and the tokenization of the FX market, bringing it and giving some sort of a bedrock to the staple tool of finance is money. So we need to get that right. It's why we focus so much in the crypto space on money, on a store of value, because if we get that right and we can bring stores of value, and we can argue all day long about the dollar and how it's actually, fiat backed and destined to fail, but for now it's accepted as a store of value. This is all about bringing stores of value to our ecosystem, which is going to bring adoption and users. What is the bullish prospect for crypto generally? It's the users. Why is Amazon valuable? Because of the people that use it, the customers that it generates, the revenue from that it brings. This is the whole... People always ask me, okay, well, and this is why I'm so much more bullish on smart contract blockchains than I am Bitcoin, which is just a store of value. Because smart contract blockchains kind of already offer that, but they also offer actual usability. And I think that this Metcalfe's law comes into play here. And this is why I'm so damn bullish on the crypto space, because I understand that it's going to onboard everybody into the future that we're moving towards. And especially where it's going to hit hardest is in your developing nations that don't have access to normal TradFi or anything else. This is where Cardano is moving towards and really where it's targeting. DeFi Llama, in my opinion, is going to see an increase on this. I just want to shout out my stake pool very quickly. We've been running this stake pool for years now. ALLIN is the ticker. We would really like to, I plan on being a staple sort of commentator on the Cardano ecosystem. And, this stake pool is a part of it. And I plan on running this stake pool, even if it gets to the point where it's unprofitable to do so, because I the whole reason for me starting a stake pool in the first place was to actually help to validate the Cardano network. It's why we don't charge any margin, so we don't charge a fee for running it. We get paid out the fee every epoch from IOHK, like everybody else, or not IOHK, sorry, the Cardano blockchain. And essentially, you know, we're keeping it at zero margin. So if you guys have some Cardano spare, consider staking it with me. It's a very community-focused stake pool. Let's move on to the price. Lots of people, and one reason, and I'll still do it, so I just want to skim over it, a price video. One reason I wanted to do that price video was because I have a lot of comments saying, oh, well, why isn't the price moving? It shows a real lack of understanding, unfortunately. If you don't understand why the price is moving when there's bullish news taking place, you've got to understand that price is determined by supply and demand, buying and selling, and that is how price is reached, okay? So just because you have a die-hard loyal following of Cardano that isn't willing to sell their tokens, those hodlers don't really affect the price. They do more so in a raging bull market because the supply isn't there to match the demand. Thus, price goes up. But in a bear market where you have willing sellers and people who have already bought, it spells more downside. Now, we weren't the first out of Cardano. We got out around about the $1 mark up here. And we've since tripled our Cardano holdings and actually see further downside. So just because I'm reporting extremely bullish news doesn't mean that I'm buying or bullish in the short term. Long term, I am unbelievably bullish. Short term, I think we have to dance to the macro tune. And ultimately, for me, that signals more downside. And I will make a video going into price targets that I have for ADA. My community is all or my Patreon is all very much aware of this, where we're going to look at prices where we would be a happy buyer. So that's really what I've got for you. I still see more downside for the market across the board, but the news that we've got is fundamentally massive today coming out of the Cardano Summit. And I really just want to share it with you guys in this video. That's all I've got for you today, ladies and gentlemen. If you've enjoyed the content, like is always appreciated. So is a comment, and I look forward to seeing each and every one of you in the next YouTube video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys.